Every hour on the hour, when we listen and gain our knowledge and power, we turn to the no bullshit hour.
No bullshit. No bullshit. No bullshit.
Oh my, let's just end breaking news. No more bullshit. No more bullshit.
No bullshit.
Stop the bullshit. We got people shutting down the freeway. We got the Detroit County Clerk's office closed down because people are going berserk about their stolen votes. Did not happen. It did not happen.
There's a lot of bullshit going on down here.
Did not happen. I was there. I'm going to tell you about it. We're going to have a Republican Board of Canvasser on. But I was there. But before that, to the sponsors today, we're not doing anything cute. Short shrift, thank you. Please patronize our sponsors. As always, the open of the No Bullshit News Hour, November 6, 2020. American Coney Island, Detroit's oldest family-run restaurant. Birthplace of the famous Detroit Coney dog, chili mustard and Vidalia onions. Downtown at the corner of Lafayette, Michigan Avenue. Can't miss it. Red, white, and blue building. Call, check the hours. It's like noon to 10, kind of. Wear a mask. You don't have to give your name. Send a Coney kit for the holidays, for the football. A dozen dogs with all the fixes right at your door. Go to AmericanConeyIsland.com. Look, there were no 136,000 ballots delivered to Cobo Hall at 4 a.m. Let me tell you, you all know when you're listening, I volunteered to count them. Remember? And then they wouldn't let me, and then they had to let me because of the power of the people. They let me in, a reporter. You think the fraud's going down? Look, let me just lay this out for you. A handful of years ago, in the aftermath of another dreadful election performance by the Detroit clerk and the Secretary of State, I, back then, found at least a dozen people over the age of 113 who were registered to vote in Detroit. If you want to live forever, I wrote then, sign up to vote in Detroit. But be warned, you'll die waiting for your vote to be counted. So this year, I came to find out through the barrage of absentee voting applications sent to my home, you remember that at least 500,000 people were on the state's active voting list who are ineligible to vote because they were either dead or they'd moved away. Remember Janet? The woman who resided at my home 23 years ago and had since moved away to Texas, got married and changed her name. Remember? I still have received no satisfactory explanation from Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson. Now, I could have committed fraud and voted under Janet's name. I did not. Now, perhaps 500,000 other people did. Who's to know? But I'm told they mailed those applications back. Remember? Yeah. But it's nearly impossible that mass fraud was coordinated and perpetrated by local and state government officials down at Detroit's Cobo Hall. How do I know? Because I was there. In the spirit of civic duty and journalistic curiosity, I volunteered to work counting more than 150,000 absentee ballots cast in Detroit. From what I directly witnessed in the bowels of the Cobo Convention Hall, there was absolutely no appreciable fraud. Somebody could have thrown one away. Somebody could have flushed one, but massively, nothing. No trucks rolling in at 4 a.m. stuffed with bogus ballots. No Republican observers were locked out in the hallways during the time we were counting them. The next day, maybe so, but it was already full. You don't just bum rush. I was there. I got their cards. We talked. Look, right there. We're going to have one on in a minute. Nice people, by the way. Why would I lie? Why would I lie? Because fraud and conspiracy makes for good copy. Headlines, a Pulitzer Prize nomination. I'm giving up a Pulitzer Prize?
No.
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 Oh, come on. But it wasn't true about the fraud. I signed my name to an affidavit stating such. I swore an oath to uphold the Constitution since I worked as the captain of Counting Board 11. Let me explain how it works. Listen close. Here it comes. We knew it was coming, remember? I knew it was coming. We processed more than 2,000 absentee applications at my table over 23 hours. Stop moving, guys. I'm focusing. Each ballot comes with a serial number that is matched to a corresponding envelope with barcodes, which are scanned into a database of active voters. No envelope, no ballot. Just doesn't happen. I was the guy. This traveling barcode makes it impossible for 136,000 bogus ballots to be sneaked into the convention hall in the dead of morning, not to mention all the Republican poll watchers working there, whose numbers were at least 3 dozen, at least. Maybe 100. I don't know. I was working, but I was up and moving. They knew I was a reporter. Election officials knew I was a reporter. The working volunteers knew I was a reporter. And I was told a lot of things about the goings on. And none of it was about fraud. When all is said and done, the number of envelopes and the number of ballots that came in them must match. If they do not match, the precinct may not be recounted by state law, and only the ballot count will stand. This is why Detroit is continually accused of corruption in its election process. And again, I can tell you, when the numbers are out of balance, it's due to human error. An envelope is improperly scanned or absentmindedly not scanned at all. How do I know? I did it a few times myself. Your intrepid reporter. The process at our table had to be stopped twice, and the ballots had to be rechecked. And I want to give a shout out to Donna, Lee, Dolores, Donette, and Mabel. Great ladies. It was great. We're friends for life. Multiply this process across 150 tables, a 14-hour sequestered shift, drab lighting, no coffee, and COVID. When the canvassing and certification are eventually conducted, being started today, the computer should tabulate an envelope count and a ballot count. You just press the button. Be easy to see. In a perfect world, they will match. In the real world, they will be off a few dozen or 100. In a corrupt world, they will number in the thousands. So calm down, America. Go home and wait for the data. Now, I have a few complaints and suggestions. 1, the software was slow and needs to be improved. We're not Seattle. We're Detroit. We're broke. We got shitty stuff. If you care about the elections, fund them. I was there. It was ridiculous. It's like working, with the 97 laptop. Terrible. The count supervisors, my supervisors, needed more training, but then again, who can't use more training? This is not their everyday job, remember. We don't hold an election every day. Also, the toilets exploded on one side of the hall. All over the place. COVID travels by water.
Oh, no.
Make it poopy water, and it was shit. All you bitching at home. You weren't there. Okay. The 1-box lunch we were given? Criminal. The chicken salad sandwich? I had better cat food. It was unbelievable. Again.
Salad.
No coffee.
And you have had cat food.
Remember now, 14-hour days, no coffee, a bun with cat food. You can't go out, you can't go in. You're going to make a mistake. And you don't give a fuck about one.
In a very repetitive
You don't give a fuck
job.
about missing one, but you know what's going to happen? If the count is off by one, it can't be recounted, and everybody's like, fraud in Detroit. No, I'm telling you. Also, remember all the pre-election grandstanding by Secretary Benson over firearms at the polling station?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
Do you remember that? Remember went to the
Yes.
courts and everything? Okay. Well, how come nobody was checking for firearms going into the counting center? Everybody's beating on the windows. There's no metal detectors. Bullshit grandstand. You didn't take care of us. That's why they put cardboard over the window. You didn't take care of us. Joke. Okay. Where am I? The state legislature should absolutely change election law to allow absentee ballot preparation prior to the polls opening. This would alleviate panic, confusion, and mistakes. 10 hours was not enough. No more than 24 hours is needed. How's that? I would like to introduce that legislation. A nice 24 hours where the process does not halt. Now, as for reports of those 136,000 ballots surreptitiously showing up at 4 a.m, I didn't see it. And I was standing at the loading dock doors. Inside, it's a big, square, ugly room, and the loading docks are behind the door, so I'm in the room because, watching for it. At that moment, in fact, at 4 a.m, the hall was eerily quiet with the creeping realization that Trump was still in it. Because, it's Detroit after all. They're like, what? Trump's still in it? Here's my notebook. Just so happened, 4:06 a.m. We were done. 150,000 votes, hushed, tired. Word of Trump, Michigan in play. Knew we were standing at ground zero. I didn't see no trucks coming in. What you doing? Oh, he's on with the dude. Okay, so we're going to have dude on. As for that viral video of a man pulling a child's wagon into the hall, stupid. I think it was the gear of a cameraman from a local TV station. No. Yeah, and it wouldn't be more than 100 votes going to be in that little box anyway. The media were allowed to set up their cameras in a small sequestered area that I like to call a veal pen, right, at the rear of the hall where they could take pictures of workers as if we were some kind of zoo animals. No idea what was going on. They stood there 200 feet away. They're tabulating the count. The count is beamed to headquarters. Headquarters beams it to the news desks, and the news desks beam it to the reporter in the room who's got no fucking idea what's going on. This is the game. Now,
It's a show.
where's the pictures at 4 a.m. if the media is there? Where's the pictures of this truck? Well, here's the thing. The media went home, had a warm glass of milk, put on their slippers and jammies. They weren't there. They were not there. And every time a light went on when I was working, if we weren't busy, I'd say to the dude next to me, hey, bro, you want to get on TV? Right? He'd go, no, man, I'm all right. And I'd go, okay, watch this. And I'd go about 100 feet back, 150 feet back, like CNN's live. And I'm in the back doing the jumping jacks. I'm doing downward dog. I'm doing push-ups. I swear to God.
But it's a show. That's what they want.
Hey.
They need some movement.
Oh, hey.
They need some video.
Oh, downward dog. Look at that. Oh, that's how I know at 4 a.m, no lights were going on. Hey, you're in bed. You turned the lights out. Failure.
Yeah.
Old school journalism's dead. Why didn't anybody camp out overnight? And if you did, I apologize to you. I didn't see you. I'm sure there's 1, 2. You went home.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now look at it. See what happens when you don't do the job. Okay. When it's all said and done, the staff of the Detroit clerk's office deserves praise.
Wow.
We're so busy shooting ourselves in the foot in this town. Man, we're perpetual losers. We did it. We got it done in 2 days. I was there. I was scoping it. We did it. Nevada didn't do it. Pennsylvania didn't do it. We did it. That's a fact. Yeah. They were professional. They were duty-minded. The process worked well enough despite being underfunded and conducted in the haze of a pandemic. 1,200 of us. Nobody gives a fuck about us. And the election workers, I spoke with hundreds of them. They know that your vote is meaningful. When you're sitting there in the depths of the morning and you see the old school names, I'm going to change these for privacy, but I'll just say Bartholomew, Jebediah, Betsy May. You know what that means when you're holding it in your hand. Nobody wanted to rip anything off. This is the great promise. And I promise you, I worked hard for all of you. My conservative brothers and sisters, my communist brothers and sisters, my Democratic, those that don't care, the Mennonites. I watched. I know it's important. I do not lie. I did it. I think I'm the only one in America that did do it. So I want to say this to those workers. You handled it with dignity, and I say thank you. And all this shit going now is criminal.
You also did it for all those people that will sit on Twitter, will sit on their couch, and will complain.
Yeah.
They weren't down there.
Well, here's the thing. How do you know? How do you know that they didn't have a warehouse somewhere in Detroit where Duggan and Whitmer and Biden were culling the dead people vote, creating barcodes and envelopes, had a squad of calligraphers, changing signatures.
Don't start another thought process
Well, I'm going to. Let me. I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
I took the time to, I now know. I don't think there's someone knows that place better than I do.
Yeah.
Not even the election officials. Let me say this. If that is true, bring me some evidence. I'll be the guy that climbing in through the roof. No way are they stealing our shit. No. But I don't have any proof of that or life on other planets. And when I see a UFO, I will believe. Until then, I can't say. So don't ask me about everything. Yes, there's dead people on the rolls. She has some answering to do. And so does everybody that interviewed her and didn't hold her feet to the fire. But not a Kobo, man. Could there have been some fraud? Again, yes. They could have done some hanky-panky. Massive? No. Questions?
Lots of
Would
them.
you do it again, Charlie?
Would I do it again? I'm not done living through this.
Yes, would you do it
I got
again?
people threatening violence on me.
Would you do it again?
I'm getting
You
to
always
it.
have pushback.
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
People I thought, hey, man, I respect what you think and what you do, except when you do stuff that doesn't fit what they want. Now I'm getting violence threatened. Let me give you one today.
Oh, no.
You fucking libtard Democrat. I'll beat your ass. That's what he wrote. This is just one of them. I comment on it. Watch what I said to him. I don't think he could do it. I don't think you could do it. You, the Proud Boys pay-per-view, bitch. You weren't there. You were at home with the remote in one hand and the other hand in some Doritos. If you really cared, you would have done the work. But you didn't. Next question.
What did you make of all the people down there protesting outside?
I was home sleeping.
You were by then? Okay.
They showed up the next night. This is all the next night. They won't let us in.
So were there any distractions?
They won't let us in. Yeah, it's because it's done, dude.
Yeah.
And you're not cleared to be down here. And where's your COVID release? You don't just you be an ape and bust the door open. There were plenty of Republicans there. Again, I like them. They're my people. There were plenty. In fact, you weren't allowed in because it was already full. How many people? I'm in here going like this. Okay, ballot number 40683. Check it. Voter number 1,515. Check. Okay. Signature. Check. Okay, pull it. Does it match? Okay, great. Okay, pass it on to Lee. Okay, Lee, take the tab off. Okay, put it in that envelope. Pass it to D. Smooth it out. Get it to Donette. Donette, walk it up there and wait. And at the tabulating machines, when you slide them in, there's a Democrat and a Republican. When it's disputed, somebody used a Sharpie. The Sharpie thing is this. It leaks through the ballot. So it's two sides of a ballot, and it's misreading stuff. One Democrat, one Republican. They sit there like this, and they try to come to an agreement as to what the voter meant, because nobody's to be disenfranchised. It was all there. This is bullshit.
So, Charlie, I know you said, no fraud. And we talked about this, I think, when we interviewed somebody a few weeks ago in terms of human.
I'm not an all-seer. I got to make that clear.
I got that, but no massive fraud. But we attributed any imperfections possibly to just human error. Are part of your recommendations, or would your recommendations include maybe something in terms of, like you said, investing in technology, or that our process is antiquated, and where there is human involvement increases the likelihood for human error? How do we correct this so we become more efficient?
I want to keep that to a minimum because I want to concentrate on what the fools out there are doing. You don't want to hear, sorry, I don't mean big fool, just acting a little foolish today. Better technology, better laptops, space it out, pay some more people to be in there. Give us the 24-hour window so we're not going mad. Good food, a coffee stand, like that, and a little bit more training. Maybe instead of I went in for one 90-minute session, give me 2 90-minute sessions. Pay me for that. If this means this much to us, all of a sudden, pay for it. Huh?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Now let's do this. Before we do this bit of news, big news, we're going to bring in the Wayne County canvasser. He's on the board. He was there. They're going to certify this. They're looking for hanky-panky and miscounting. This segment brought to you by Luke Nowacki. Remember, just like the election, overreaction is not a strategy. Know your numbers, right? The long-term investor. Don't bury your head in the sand, and don't put your money in the mattress. There's some common ground, America. Call my friend Luke Nowacki at Pinnacle Wealth, 248-663-4748. Rational financial advice. Luke Nowacki, Pinnacle Wealth, 248-663-4748. Hit it.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Royal Alliance Associates, Inc., member FINRA-SIPC. Royal Alliance Associates, Inc. is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Royal Alliance Associates, Inc.
No dance today, Charlie?
No.
Are you exhausted? Was it a long week?
Yeah. And you see, I know, thanks, guys. You're doing the audience a favor. I'm fucking wound up.
Yeah. It's okay.
What I did was accurate. We should introduce some levity to it. We'll do it later.
Are you slightly, because you did all that work, is it slightly insulting to you to see these bad, these complaints? Or is it just, just expect it?
It's not personal. It's not personal. Yeah. Here's what's tripping me out. My relatives, see, now listen, folks. My relatives, immediate cousins, friends, sophisticated people, calling me up and asking me, well, what about this? What about, he didn't get, they wouldn't let him in the room. He was an observer. I go, was he there the night where it was actually going on? Well, no. I go, was he cleared to be there? Well, no. I go, then turn it off. And then my cousin's like, what about this one? Here's a wagon being pulled in with a case.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, if you look at the size of the case, no more than 100 ballots could fit in it.
Yeah.
Turns out it's a cameraman. We're just looking for dumb shit. I was there.
Yeah, looking for anything that might be out of the ordinary.
I need to, in a way, subtly apologize to election officials in the city because I never quite understood why everything was out of balance. Then I was sitting there doing it. And, oh, by the way, the Republicans coming by with Bill coming up.
Yep.
And we had 1,351 tabulated on the computer. Our physical count, you had to do them in bundles of 50 so you could keep track. We had 1,350. We were off one. The computer said, there's one more vote that was tabulated than you're counting. I said, oh, shit. State law said 10 hours. It's 22 minutes before, whoop, they got to be zipped up. And believe me, the Republicans were there. Democrats were there. Election officials were there. And I'm like, fuck. I said, I won't say which lady. I'm like, hey, come on, we got to do this. And she goes, oh, hell no.
What?
It was after fucking 12 hours.
Well, and plus that.
We are human beings, man. We are, we're Michigan. It's like, oh, dude, man, you can't. One, it's going to get counted.
Yeah.
What's the needle in the haystack? So let me finish. I said, I know we went wrong around 700. I want you to pull bundle 550, 600, 650, 700, 750, and 8. And the Republicans come by because I'm taking them out of the box.
Yeah.
They go, what are you doing? Not allowed to talk to them. But I did. Okay, I did. I said, we're missing one, or we have one too many. And they're looking, and I go, okay, 14 minutes to go. 13 minutes. Last bundle. 51.
You found it.
Then I went over to the machine and I hit it with the reader, and it had been scanned. Boom. I found it. I turned to my friends on the inspection committee and I go, yeah, I got it. It's perfect, baby. You can count. Counting board 11. Damn right. It's LeDuff.
So, Charlie, as the captain, when the lady said, no, I don't want to do that, I mean, what authority do you actually have over your team as captain, or are you just responsible for making sure it's as accurate as possible?
Well, captain's an honorific so people can understand. What I am is I'm position leader 1. I'm the guy, you bring them to me, I take them out, I inspect them, the date, which is a rubber stamp, because now somebody's got an affidavit, they're changing dates. I'm like, it's electronically tracked.
Yeah. That was thrown out pretty quick.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. More bullshit. Because I'm driving around yesterday like, it's a rubber stamp. It's ink. How do you fucking change that? You don't.
Yeah.
So it's not, officially the captain, but they're all called the captains.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that meant you had some oversight over your team.
No, man. You got to see, that's the other thing, Karen. It's a lot of human beings that got to get along who really took it seriously. And by the way, a lot of poor people. One dude, one guy working it, hit me up. Because I couldn't eat that chicken salad. I gave it to him. He's like, can I get 5?
Oh, man.
This is people $600 for a shift, however long they're going to make you work, right?
Yeah.
If you walk out, you don't get paid. So we were calling it the stimulus check. You know what I mean? But
the stimulating check.
I couldn't believe, like, when the shift was over, 1,200 of us got on an escalator. COVID.
Yeah.
People with oxygen tanks and wheelchairs. It was brave. It was done really well. So I'm going to give that prop. So let me do this. Is he on the line?
He has been holding very patiently.
Wonderful,
yes.
wonderful. Okay, hey, Bill, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, excellent, Bill. Bill Hartman, Republican Wayne County Board of Canvassers. Great guy. Love him. We had lunch yesterday. Checking notes and
chicken salad.
Had American Coney. Because he was.
Hey, man, I got a Euros. It was really good.
There you go. I got Euros.
Testimonial.
Okay, no, Bill, quality guy. You really are. You're my brother.
Thank you.
This thing about what did you see late in the night? First of all, what time did you see ballots come in?
There was one time. I'm trying to think. It was about. I think it was around 11 o'clock, and then the one van that's in contention it came in right around 3 o'clock, between 3 and 3:30.
Okay, so let's stop
in the
there.
morning.
Let's stop there for a second.
Yeah.
Fact number 1, this according to Bill, honest guy. Oh, by the way, Bill, let me say this. You're a man, not trying to turn this election. You're a man who says everybody's vote counts and it must be proper. Is that your role?
If it was cast legally, yes.
Absolutely. So first
doesn't matter on the party. If it's cast legally, you should be able to get your ballot count.
My brother. See, I dig that. Okay, so it was 3 to 3:30, not 4 to 4:30. Okay.
No.
Then, no. First of all, this is Bill. Bill's a leader of this community. A lot of balls coming on here, Bill. What did you see then at 3 in the morning?
Well, so at the one end of the building is a big overhead door. The door went up. The reason everybody knew it went up is because now actually fresh air came into the room.
Yeah.
And went over there and, hey, it's another van full of ballots at 3 in the morning. The polls closed at 8. Where are these coming from? So
Yep.
I started walking over there. I was about middle of the place by that raised area, which is where all the administration is. And I started walking over there and looking at it and stuff. And I knew one of the drivers. I didn't talk to him, but he's one of the drivers that normally brings ballots down to the Board of Canvassers meetings.
Was it Gil?
No, it was not. So I watched them unload those onto flatbed carts, and I walked away, but I didn't see any sort of writing on the vehicle. But it just seemed funny. And then I saw a woman who was working up on the stage, and I asked her, I said, are there any more ballots coming in after this? And she said, no, there's not. And I said, where did these come from? And she said, I'm not authorized to give you that information.
Which, let's pause there. That's true, though. I apparently wasn't supposed to talk to you because we took a note. So she's not authorized. That's part of being in there and knowing it. So how many boxes did they take off in your estimation, my brother?
I'm not exactly certain, just because I didn't stay there the whole time.
Sure.
But I did see them moving them. They moved them all to the flat tables, and I did count 30 trays.
30 trays. Okay.
Right. So I know there was more than 30 because they had already started distributing them to the different counting board
And
tables.
then again, I must say this. There were already stuff on the table, right? Because you're processing all night long. So at least 30 you can vouch for.
The 30, I know, those tables were empty when they brought them in.
Okay, let's do 30 you can vouch for, 30 you saw.
Yeah, I actually stood there and counted them. That's why I know there was 30.
If they're packed full, and they have secrecy sleeves on them, so you can't see if they're packed full.
That's correct.
Their maximum that would be in there is 350 votes. I know that from working. So correct, he said correct. So 30 times 350 would be around 10,000 votes. Just right there, about 10,000. So that's nowhere near 136,000. You didn't see that many boxes.
No, there wouldn't have been that much.
There you go, brother. And finally, I got called up from Counting Board 11, captain, and I went and got my box. You want to know how many were in there?
No idea.
11.
Okay.
So
when they brought it to you, they took the secrecy sleeve off. When did you take it off when you got it back to the table?
Yeah, you take it off in front of the supervisor. So nobody's handling anything without two people looking at it, right? And everybody got to sign their name. So I'm going to leave it at that. That is not – who was the guy standing next to you, the guy that's on the news saying he saw 136,000?
I don't know. What was he wearing?
What's his name? Pete? What's his name? Corbin?
Oh, is it? Oh, Patrick Colbeck?
Yeah, Patrick Colbeck. So you were next to him, weren't you?
I was right next to him when the van came in. When we walked over there, we were both standing next to each other, and I said, is there any identifying marks on that van? Numbers or the way the door was open, you couldn't see the license plate. It was a Elections Bureau van, and it was packed full of trays, and I couldn't see anything else, and then I walked away. But then I saw that one employee, I don't want to say who it was, but I saw that one employee who was there, who is one of our regular employees that brings stuff around.
Okay, so we know from you, and then I'll let others ask a question or two. We know from you that you can vouch for 30 boxes, that you'll put your name to that, and you don't know how many's in it. Okay, I'll everybody, I'm not spinning his words out. That's what he saw. I also verify that they came around that time. Once again, after working, 12 hours at that point, 13 hours, we all groaned. I
was really, really glad because I got there around 8 o'clock in the morning and I worked till 5 a.m. So I don't know how many hours that is. But when I got home, I was pretty much just crashed.
Exactly.
And I forgot my phone in my truck, which was good because then it didn't start blowing up in the middle of the night, and keeping me awake. But I got 4 hours of sleep and was back at it again the next morning.
See, God bless you, dude. That's a guy doing stuff. Let me one more thing, Mark, and I'll let it go. So when that van came, what was the process tally at that point? How many had we done?
Oh, I'm not positive. I don't know.
About 137,000, something like that.
Well, earlier in the day, they said that there was 129, I think around 11 o'clock in the morning. And then there was another batch. Remember the batch that came in around, I think it was maybe around 1 o'clock. I can't remember if it was 1 or what time that one came in. Okay. And then you guys processed that. Now, I'm not sure how many. So let's
go like this. We can accept this then. Let's just call it 130,000. Cool?
Sounds okay.
Okay, 130. And then another mysterious 136 came. So 130 plus 136 is 266. So far, the tab, Detroit-wide, in-person and absentee, is 250. So No, I didn't see no massive stuff come in. That's me. You heard what Bill had to say. I'll get out of the way. Mark, Karen.
Yeah, no, I mean, right around, and I want to emphasize,
please,
that from the Board of Canvassers, we were down there to observe. We were not down there to challenge anything. We can't do that.
Right.
The law does not allow us to do that. If we did and something came up that we would have to adjudicate, then we'd have to recuse ourselves. So we were just walking around looking to make sure the process was happening properly.
Boom.
And frankly, I was answering a lot of questions, you know.
Exactly, brother. Yeah. And you're a Republican, right?
Yes, sir.
And you weren't locked out, were you?
No.
Okay.
No, well, one time I did go out. Well, okay, so here's the deal. I left to go get food, and when I came back, the officer at the door wasn't going to let me in, and then he said, "Oh, I remember you from being in here before. Okay, come on in."
Right, so that works. But by the way, the rest of us weren't allowed to leave.
No, that's as hired people. Now, I'm talking about precinct challengers,
right.
But as hired people, I did talk to one young man at one of the tabulators. He told me he had been there for 18 hours.
Oof.
And he gets paid a flat rate of $600 plus the crappy box lunch, and he won't get paid if he leaves early.
What a joke.
Okay, so go ahead, you guys.
I think my first question is, if the ballots close at 8 o'clock, why does it take so long? Why would it take hours to get all those votes to the TCF Center? Right? Maybe that's just a dumb question. I just don't understand, Bill, why that would take so long.
Yeah, I have no idea. That's a question for the clerk's office.
Okay. Boom,
I mean,
Karen?
Whoever was running at the station, I don't know if it was Gil or Daniel, announced on the PA around 11:30 at night that the polls have now closed and you can use your cell phones, but you cannot take any pictures.
Huh. So,
all right. So
polls are closed. Let me do this.
Yeah.
Because I got to keep my shit snappy and speedy and not make sure people narc out, dude. Come on now. So I didn't have my phone because I listened to the instructions. Don't bring him in. When he made the announcement, okay, you can use your phone, but no video. All of a sudden, everybody's pulling their phone. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm the only guy that listens. So out of 1,200 people, no media, there's not a picture of this. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
what? Yeah.
Well, okay. So the press corps was on the far north end of the room, and the door was on the far south end of the room. So you make that room is huge, like what, a football field size room, and it's like and then you put all the people in between. I don't know if they could even see what was going on.
No, they couldn't see. You know why, Bill? Because they had gone home for cookies.
Well, yeah, cookies and milk. So there were a few still sitting there, you know, but
I think that was the British people because it was actually morning in Britain.
Time difference.
I didn't recognize any of the local glamour pusses. I mean, glamour pie.
But the next day things are insane.
Oh, I know, because it was easy then. And then it's just a bunch of people beating on a door. That's. Well, stop.
Well,
Everybody,
you ask questions. Go on.
Karen, do you have a question?
Well, yeah, I wanted to say, certainly, wouldn't it make sense, or how do you think the impact would be if we were allowed to start perhaps counting votes sooner than 10 o'clock the day of the election? Would that help? And how does it impact now being able to vote absentee regardless of a reason to do so?
Well, I don't have a problem with absentee voting, because everything is supposed to be accounted for, whether you go to the polls or you you vote absentee. But the big issue is this year, especially, I would have recommended not mailing your ballot in, because we've seen so many issues with the Postal Service with late deliveries.
Oh, look at that.
So drop them off at the drop box or take them directly to your, and I'm not just speaking for Detroit, mind you. I'm talking about countywide. Take them to your clerk's office or drop them off at a drop box.
Bill, last question here. This is about process. Yeah. I worked it. The dispensation, Whitmer didn't give it to us, by the way. The legislature voted and Whitmer signed an extension of 10 hours to process these ballots. Would you have trouble with extending that to 24 hours and no more?
Well, you mean like just for processing?
Just for processing.
At the polls, they process pretty quick. It's the AV counting board that, AV meaning absentee voter. That's the one that takes the time.
Well, I know, but see, if we didn't get them all done in that 10 hours, and it would have saved a bunch of time for the processing. I understand why They don't count them as they come in, because now they're sitting around and you can create fraud. But if you just make the window 24, it'd be much easier on we, the human beings, that have to handle these things.
I wouldn't have an issue with that, making it longer. Of course, there's a hard stop on December 8th when the Electoral College must make their decision. So everything has to be done by that. And
exactly.
so after you guys got done down there, they're transmitting the data to the Board of Canvassers. Then the next day, we started our canvass, and that's where I am right now.
Right now, the canvass means they're verifying the votes, checking the count, et cetera, et cetera. Bill, I'm going to leave it at that. You're a mensch. You're a mensch. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Do you prefer Fancy Feast or Frisky?
Fucking Frisky, man. There's animal byproducts.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to clarify that.
Oh, by the way, that reminds
for
me.
lunch next time, Bill?
That reminds me, I'm a little bit famous for eating cat food.
Yeah, exactly.
For all you people, call me the libtard now. I'm kind of famous for eating cat food. And don't forget, I'm known in this town. Oh, I beat the Democrats' asses. Remember Ficano? I'm a libertarian. Truth, justice, the American way. I was there. You heard Bill. It didn't happen. Right. Not the way it's described. I agree with what Bill said. That's what happened. Bullshit.
That's right.
Bye, Bill.
All right, guys. You have a great day.
Thank you.
Bill just said.
Right,
Bill just said. Bill, Wayne County Republican Board of Canvassers, did not happen. Huge.
Charlie?
What?
I just got a text from a Fox 2 reporter that says, please tell Charlie for the record the news crews were there. Fox 2 camera crew was there. The station had someone else relieve him and his guy at about 2 a.m. I'm just,
well, where were you
to share that.
That's cool. Where were you for? You got any picture? Here, okay, like I said, I knew that. I knew somebody was going to say they were there. Cool. I didn't say not. For the record, very nice. Because you're my brother. Sister. It's my family. Didn't call nobody out. Do me a favor. Ask the cameraman for his footage between 3 and 4:15. Because as Bill said, it's on the other side of the aisle. But you would know when there's some activity. I know. So do that. That will be great because now you got a scoop. So my apologies. Again, I knew somebody going to be there. But if they're texting, ask them to text back how many others.
All right.
Just do
got
that.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool. Got it. See, no bullshit. No bullshit.
And thanks for listening.
Oh, totally. They all listen.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, look. Next, we're gonna look. You know who took a shit in this thing?
Who?
The media and pollsters.
Oh yeah, big time.
And the official pollster of the No Bullshit News Hour, Ed Sarpolis of Target Insight, we call him the Ayatollah Polarola, is now joining us, and he is brought to you by Hall Financial, who reminds you rates are still at all-time lows. If your current mortgage is above 3.5, what are you waiting for? I can't even believe you're waiting. You could be saving money. And currently at Hall Financial, almost 70% of all loans do not require an appraisal. Call Hall Financial today to see if you qualify for a no appraisal loan. If for some reason your loan does not require an appraisal for the month of November only, Hall Financial is going to pay it for you. Hear that? Up to $500. Believe it or not, closing times have sped up again. Right now, the majority of loans at Hall Financial are closing in 10 business days or fewer. Just go to their website and click Hall Financial link to get started. DavidHallMortgage.com. That's DavidHallMortgage.com. Or if you do it the old school, 248-308-5000. Remember, Hall Financial, lower payments, better options, more personal attention. NMLS 1467435. What's that? What's going on?
I was hoping that was Ed.
What's that?
I'm here.
There he is.
Hey, Ed.
How you doing?
Good, Ed. The pollsters missed it.
Well, that depends what you mean. Like, if
I mean, they missed
me,
it.
I had 200 people watching me election night for about an hour, and at 9 o'clock, I didn't have it exactly online, but I had 52-47. I can't be off that much more than the 51-49-48 that it was. Let me explain what happened. When you're doing polling, you're trying to figure out, estimate what you're looking at. Bottom line in Michigan, let the people of Michigan know what happened. Compared to 2016, there were over 500,000 more Democrats showing up, and only about 300,000 more Republicans. So that means the difference is that Biden won because more Democrats showed up than Republicans. When it came to polling, I found that there was only almost 300,000 fewer independents voting. So when I was counting the votes early on, Sunday, Monday night, because I did polling all 3 days, I had to adjust for too many independents who were not going to show up. That's why I was able to become closer. Other upholsterers did not correct for that through their polling thing. So they had a few more independents, which just skewed the data a little bit higher for Biden.
Where does it stand right now?
Bottom right now is that Biden right now is he's leading by over 12,000 in Pennsylvania.
No. What was just the percentage? What is Biden Trump?
Right now it's like 51-47 point something, 51-48 in Michigan.
51-48. Okay, and you, let's say a week out, what did you predict it to be? A week out, not the night of.
Oh, the week out I had him at 54%.
54, 30.
It was like 46, 47.
So you were within the plus or minus 3 there.
Yeah. So plus or minus 4 because the poll was smaller sample.
So you were on.
Yeah. But the point being, you have to take time to understand that you can be wrong, and you have to figure what turnout's going to be. For example, like I was tracking state house districts, and I would look projecting that the 96th House district in Bay County was going to flip Republican. Everybody was saying it was wrong because they were undersampling by Trump voters in Bay County. You have to take time, not just do the poll, to see what's happening on the ground.
Did the demographics change? I read, was it the Edison poll, that Trump gained with black men, black women, Latino women, Latina men, white women, and he lost support with white men. Did you see that in Michigan?
Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, in my poll, I had nearly 17% of blacks and some men voting for Donald Trump on election night.
Did you say blacks? What is that?
Well, I mean, I was trying to think there were more males than females that voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah, he stuttered.
All right.
Look at Karen's racist radar just went off. He's a stutter.
No, I understand. Well, it's like I'm trying to do an imitation of Joe Biden eventually.
Ed, you're white.
Well, you guys, you hit me up with questions. I don't practice these things. You hit me with questions, so I got to think on top of my head. And sometimes I got to figure out what information do I have that actually is correct, not just spouting words.
Now dig it. Like that's why I did you, because you're a really good pollster, dude. You get it right. Here's the thing: media and the pollsters, they didn't understand that about white men fading away and black men being attracted to Trump, right? There's a different America going on than those in the makeup set, who share the studios every night. Mm-hmm. They don't really get what's going on. And I think they should all take a freaking vacation and be put to hard work.
Yeah, well, actually, I did a poll of about 400 black males in Michigan, and I think Michigan Chronicle published my poll, and I basically pointed it out. 47% of black males, they felt, angst, the fact that they're being looked at where they live and their lack of education, why they're getting jobs. And in that poll, 25% of the black males back then, about 45 days out, said they were leaning Donald Trump. So I saw that pattern almost 60 days ago.
Ed, what do you make of that narrative, that story that's out there that Trump voters are just quiet and shy and they don't respond to polls and they don't want to tell anybody that they're voting for Trump?
Well, that just takes more work than the questions that you asked. You can't. When I do a poll, it's not just who you're voting for. You got to get comfortable that you're not working for the other side. You got to start some other questions. Ask them, for example, as you've seen Trafalgar pollster for, we ask them, how do you think your neighbor's going to vote? I'm going to see how many are actually leaning more not to tell me the truth. But on election night, the number of the people who said their neighbors going to vote like them was almost identical. So I felt the poll was comfortable that Biden was going to probably win Michigan.
Just wrap it up because I got a nice segue. I'm gonna wrap it up here, brother. Let's go statewide here. In the House, the Michigan House, the Democrats flipped 2 Republican seats and the Republicans flipped 2 Democratic seats for a sum total of no change. Governor Whitmer went really hard, really campaigned and pushed hard for those Democrats. Didn't get squat. Her numbers are dipping. Does this spell trouble for her? Does she have coattails? What's going on?
Well, she didn't have coattails. She didn't have coattails on election day. Here's what happened with Democrats below the ticket. This is like 1992. Clinton won, Democrats lost. The issue of crime and violence and saying we're going to fund the police and socialized government is what turned off a lot of other additional votes that would help Democrats. Democrats lost not because they were promoting that, but they were being tagged by radio and commercials that Democrats are socialists and they want to take money away from police. That's what really hurt Democrats down the ticket.
Okay, so thank you, brother. I'm going to say goodbye, and you can listen to the statement here because you just provided, which is, hey, everybody, probably Trump didn't win. Okay, but if you're a Republican or a conservative, it was not a bad night for you. Everybody in America voted. The concept that the Republican Party was on its deathbed has been proven to be false. You picked up some seats in the House of Representatives. You picked up a state house. You probably, it's still out, you probably got the Senate. Yeah. Like, it's okay.
Yeah. I feel like they're missing the forest for the trees because it's all about Trump. Republicans did very well.
By the way, Trump's still in it?
Yeah.
So look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a very successful night for them.
I wanted to ask Ed about,
the
Peters James race,
Oh, nice one.
Good one, yeah.
By magic of TV, here's Ed Sarpolis.
Ta-da.
Well, actually, on the Peter James thing is, in the end, John James got too close to Donald Trump, okay? And though he did better than Donald Trump in the state, is the fact that he was so tied to Donald Trump. Gary Peters' problem was the fact is that, and I said this almost a year ago, and I said that in the New York Times story several weeks ago, Gary Peters was actually invisible for most of the last 6 years. He didn't invite his family into the thing until the last week and a half, and he didn't talk about him being an everyday Joe like John James did.
Yep.
But in the end, John James was hurt by Donald Trump.
And I think this too. John James played rope-a-dope for too long. He came out, basically what you knew about John James was a barrage of commercials.
Yep.
That was his for the taking. He's a good, honorable guy. Played rope-a-dope.
And
the difficulty was he had to figure out how does he play the Donald Trump card. He couldn't say, this is who I am versus Donald Trump. He never was ever to make that statement. Look at the Black Lives Matter thing. He was totally invisible on that issue.
Boom.
I think he was worried about that last week because he started rolling out that one ad about how they want to paint me as Donald Trump, but I'm a black man.
Well, but they were tapping into the comments that he made when he was running against Debbie Stabenow, and that carried over into this election.
I agree.
And he wasn't able to, either distance himself or define what that meant. So, okay, I just wanted the experts
great
insight.
question.
Yes.
He ain't an expert.
Isn't it? You just called him an expert. He's your expert.
Well, not anymore. He's just a pencil head. He's just with a green eye shade.
He's one of those incorrect pollsters
crunching numbers. He's Texas Instruments.
Yeah, but
Scott.
That's why I have I do catering on the side. That's why I'm a nurse on the side, because I'm just this pencil head.
He's also got a vagina on his hip, so he can make a little extra money on the side. Know what I'm saying?
Charlie. Be nice.
Bada boom.
That's ridiculous.
Thank you, Ed. Okay, listen. Now, speaking of the pandemic in Whitmer, our good man Red, Detroit comedian Red, decided to go see a movie before they shut the whole thing down again, right? And before we play the bit that I have not seen, and goddamn, I hope it works. I want you to know that Detroit comedian Red, the crack reporter for the No Bullshit News Hour, is brought to you by Good Helpers Heating, Cooling, Labor Services, 313-270-3600, licensed and professional, commercial, residential, no job too big or small, now offering discounts for new construction HVAC installs, as well as for nonprofit groups, churches, synagogues, and mosques. A good place to do your business with. 313-270-3600. Here's the clever phrase. Good helpers, where good help is not hard to find.
Did you make that up?
Just now.
That's really good.
Just now.
I like it.
Okay, so.
You should trademark it.
You ought to do that for a living, Charlie.
Yeah.
Jingles?
Yeah, why not? Do it on the
without
side.
further ado, by the way, look, I just found a tuft of Red's hair on the floor here.
I know.
Probably the COVID's dead. Red goes to the movies. Roll it.
When the governor reopened the bowling alleys and movie theaters here in Michigan, I was so geeked. But it was so hard to find a theater that was actually open when I could find a movie, or had a movie that wasn't already online being streamed that I hadn't seen. I ended up running across an old forgotten favorite. That's right, the Adult Bookstore Peep Show.
We in the booth, y'all. About to catch me.
Start to talk like a creep.
Oh, yeah, he knows what to do.
He's got Funyuns.
He's brought his Funyuns.
Yeah, we about to have some fun. Up in here. here.
Should I cover my eyes?
Get my snacks together here.
Mike and Ike's too, yeah.
You got the Mike and Ike's.
That floor looks a little dirty.
I got to get me a good show in. There ain't a quarter no more. I'll tell you that much.
Onions?
The quarter. I brought a bunch of quarters. I guess them ain't no good.
It's dollar bills.
There's no coin slot.
Let's see. So.
At least it shows that he didn't know what to expect.
Hey, Red.
Yeah, he does.
I know you're listening, Red. The sound sucks on this. Stop playing with your Funyuns. Oh, my
There
God.
you go. He got it working.
Right into it.
Right into it.
Yeah,
Okey-dokey.
to the right on. There you go.
There's no playing here.
There you go.
He showed.
Let's see here. That's what happens if we... Oh, okay.
Touching this stuff.
He's got a mask on.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Is this a...
Oh, this definitely ain't the quarter peep show I remember. Y'all have to give me 1 minute. I got something. After spending my last dollar and coming out of the booth, I decided to peruse the store part of the bookstore. And they had all kinds of freaky deaky toys and videos to bring the inner freaking you out. But surprisingly enough, even though it's named a bookstore, I didn't find one damn book. Upon wrapping up my visit after everything I saw, I had one important question to ask on my way out the door. Hey, quick question. I brought quarters. I ain't been to one of these in a minute. But I noticed they got the $7. What, that you pick the DVD you want and y'all load it into the thing in the booth? Really? Okay. Wow, I ain't been in one of these in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back with some more dollar bills. And I'd be damned if she didn't recognize me.
Are you comedian Red?
No.
Are you the comedian?
He denied it.
Oh, she recognized
So in wrapping up, the governor reopened the movie theaters, but if you just can't happen to find one or don't see nothing of interest because everything's online to stream, the good old-fashioned adult peep bookstore is still there waiting on you and get all your freaky deaky entertainment on. This your boy comedian Detroit Red. I'm out. Deuces. Gotta go get some more dollars.
He got to work on that sound, man.
Well, I think he was distracted.
What kind of reception do you expect in a joint like that? I mean, it doesn't look like it's got the best Wi-Fi, I'm sure.
And you don't need Wi-Fi. You just need a camera.
Whatever. Whatever. Doesn't look like it has the
Got
best
you with the
reception.
logic, didn't I, Karen? Obviously,
yeah, I guess.
Obviously,
I don't know.
You've never beat off in a peep booth with a camera.
I've never been in one. I have no desire, Charlie.
I thought you were
Let's
going to
not
say I
change
never
the conversation. We got another great part of the show to get
Look
to.
at that. Look at her trying to
segue out of it. I think you have Karen's assignment for next week.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are creepy sometimes. No.
Sometimes.
Okay, listen.
I noticed Ed stayed around too for that.
Yeah. Obviously, she's never been to EQS, River Rouge, or any of those areas trying to get to a business.
No.
Do that. Go ahead.
Okay.
I got to check something now. Go ahead and do that.
Hey, if you're a construction outfit doing business in Michigan, well, how do you navigate the bureaucracy? How do you keep to the rules? How do you grow your company? Keep their hands out of your pockets. These are all very, very tough questions. One guy can answer them. It's Barry Ellentuck at ADR Consultants. He's honest. He's ethical. He's smart. Here's his number, 248-318-9424.
Okay, so say it again, Mark, just to make sure we got it right. What number? What's the number again?
248-318-9424 for a consultation. ADR Consultants are experts in procurement, government compliance, information technology, and property management. Get the job done right, on time, on budget. ADR Consultants, 248-318-9424. Go with ADR for your company, municipality, or law enforcement agency.
Well done.
You got to do that for a living, Mark.
I can read.
Hey, I want to introduce a friend of mine, Jordan Ruffin L., 18 years old, Detroit resident. You might know about him. He and I have been buddies for a couple years now. I met him when he was 16, making a movie together, some of his life, how he's getting through. Can he get through? What's it take to get through? It's 2 years later. He's in studio. Step on over here, my brother. Hey, a mannequin, can you beat it?
Is that the guy we went to lunch with, Charlie?
Here he is.
Yeah.
Is that him? Oh, good.
You can swap headphones, Jordan. You don't need to take those with you. Give him to mannequin, who's actually moving.
Look, there he is.
He's on camera. He hates being on camera.
He actually moved. Hey, man. Good to see you. You good? Here, put that right there.
You got your mic too, yeah.
Now sit up straight, young man, and stop mumbling.
Hey, Jordan.
How's it going, Karen?
Fine. How are you?
Doing well.
Jordan, tell me how things are going. What has happened since you and I broke bread, other than you correcting somebody's table manners, which was priceless. But how are things going for you?
I just been staying positive, staying away from negativity. Also working on the future as well. I've recently started a landscaping company. I talked about it a little bit in the movie. Along with that, I also have a clothing business that help exploit, Detroit, businesses, you know, when they need help with marketing and stuff like that. So that's actually what I've been working on for the most part.
Now, I met you when you were 16 and you moved out of your mom's house because there wasn't room for you, big house. You moved in with a friend, 2 teenagers. You went to King High, took the bus every day. I mean, crossed Detroit. I mean, you went a long way. I took the bus with you a couple times. 2 years later, COVID, everything. You made it, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you fucking made it. And when I met you, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. We were talking about how you just walk down the street and not get your shoes stolen. It's like that.
It's a blessing.
Describe for people that don't know what it's like to be a young man going from, I'll say, like 7 in Maross to downtown to your high school. Just what's it like? You nervous?
Yeah. So due to me being, a Detroiter growing up around this, all I know, it's just certain rules that just comes with the territory. Just making sure you protect it, making sure you not too flashy, because self-defense is law of nature. But yeah, so basically it's just understanding what's your how you could fit in, without, some people don't know how to control themselves. Some people become followers. If they don't have a set goal of where they're going in life, then it's bad. But then if you have faith in what you're doing, if you have certain plans that you're setting forth, working towards it every day, then you'll be okay. It still is, certain things that pop up in the midst of growing in Detroit, but just making sure self-defense is the one of the main things. Though.
Fucking shit.
Is there a lot of negative peer pressure, and how do you avoid that?
Of course, it's negative peer pressure. Just making sure you stay busy. Just asking yourself, what am I doing in life? What's my purpose in life? Why am I here? So you just want to run around like a rat in a small cage. Now you do know the the theory that is true. Where if you have rats in small, I wouldn't want to call my people rats, but if you have mice and rats there in a small encaged environment, they'll tend to fight each other. So just making sure you just get out of that mindset and also educate yourself. That's one of the main things as well.
Boom. I saw you at 16, trying to make your way through, dodge the bullets, which you did. But your one best friend took his life with a gun when it got to be too much. And your other best friend got gunned down at the liquor store. And I've been so worried about you that to me, you are my brother. But as a human being that I didn't know, you reaffirmed to me, my friend, that the best of us is everywhere. We got flowers everywhere that just need a little bit of watering. I think it's not fair that you got to blend in this shit in order to try to realize your dream. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're a strong man. I know you're going to go to work and do that third job, Oakland County on Monday, right? Doing marine repair. You're learning that skill.
That's true.
How you getting there?
So yeah, right now I don't really have a vehicle. Just only grace having good friends and transportation that is there to assist.
Well, here's the thing.
What an obstacle.
Here's the thing about that. Young man, 18, don't got, dad or no uncle. Or his mom doesn't have all the money. Well, great lady. Cool lady. Remember when we were telling you all out there, we were telling you like buy these shirts to fix the shits and we're going to try to help the people that mean something to us. That would be you, my brother. Hey, Mark, I'm going to need that for Jordan that fixed the shit. Can we give him that later? I got one in my car. Fix the shit.
You want me to go out here without a shirt? No, I'll
yeah, that'll be good.
Gross.
So,
yeah, no, we can get them on.
Here's the thing, dude. We got your car.
Serious?
Yeah, we got your car.
Wow.
And not only we get you a car, we got you the insurance for a year.
Get out of here. Are you serious?
And not only we get you the insurance for a year, we got your gas for a year.
Are you serious?
Give me a hug, motherfucker.
Get out of here.
Come on, man.
Yay!
Happy graduation. Okay, I lied. We didn't get you any of that. We got you a t-shirt.
Bullshit. That's some
Charlie,
bullshit.
Charlie, Jordan, Charlie got your car. You got the insurance. He got your gas money. But when you go places, you got to have spending money. So I got you covered on that. Okay? Me to you. Okay?
What are you feeling right now, Jordan?
So much, Karen. Oh my
Got
God.
you.
How you feeling right now? Are you overwhelmed?
Hard work does pay off.
It does.
Being consistent and genuine. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you so much, Uncle Charlie.
You call me Uncle
Charlie.
Charlie. That's weird.
Uncle Charlie.
That's
weird. Wait, you're so much like the Uncle Charlie from My Three Sons. That's great. I love that.
Here's Drew.
Drew Lane.
I know Jordan.
Yes, you do.
Charlie, I told Charlie that I wanted to buy a stereo for your car because a car is not a car. A car is a stereo on wheels to me. But Charlie said, Jordan lives in Detroit, so
Don't get him a good stereo.
Hey, don't say that.
Hey, no, Jordan, right? Don't want to be flashy.
So I said, well, what about insurance? And I guess he's insured?
We're going to get him insurance.
Okay, so Charlie said, how about a $1,200 gas card? So I'm going to give that to Charlie because actually it's in Charlie's name.
Go ahead.
But I'm really pulling for you, man. I'm very confident. I take it on Charlie's word, and I know we talked, and it excites me to see an 18-year-old who's moving up. We were talking about him starting a business, a big business.
Yeah.
He's already got 2 businesses.
Yeah.
Well, here he is. He's, a very big listenership. But, you can get a hold of the young man. I mean, I'm going to do what I can. So I let him live his own life and help him when I can. And introduce him to my friends.
Absolutely.
Right.
Hey, also, what about a podcast? I'm just saying.
That would be great.
All right. We'll possibility. Yep.
Good luck.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
up the hard work.
So,
That would be great.
So you don't got your license yet. You got your instructional permit and you're going to get it in about 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
So that means I'm not giving you the car today because you can't have it yet. Because once you get your license, but it's outside. Want to see it?
Are you serious?
Want to see it?
Why not?
Okay, hold on here.
Wow.
Hold on. You guys talk a second.
All right, let's go. This is an example of just what regular people can do when we all kind of work together. A little bit here, a little bit there. Had the opportunity to have lunch with Jordan a couple years ago. Impressive young man. Certainly worthy of our investment, of our time, of our support. And now you see the outcome of that. He has been on an upward trajectory ever since. Like you said, Ed, because of his positivity, circumventing all the negativity. And we got to continue to support him and make sure that he continues on the right path.
Well, Karen, in Flint, I adopted a similar case person, roughly his age, and he was looking for work. And his only work problem, the fact he had no access to a computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to get him a Chromebook for less than $200. Basically, he's making a living on a small investment of a small computer. Obviously, I could afford it. But now that person's being able to work, and because like him, he doesn't have the mom around. So you can do small things that make a big difference in a person's life.
You're right. And those are the kind of things that, we take for granted. We sit here, okay, but and that's a question I need to ask Charlie or ask him, because if he's trying to start his business, he does need to have a laptop. He does need to make sure that he has those resources, and we'll make sure that he has one of those as well. So that's good. And kudos to you for doing that, Ed. We all need to start paying attention, see a need, and respond to it. Everybody can't buy another person a car, but there are some things that you can do. So all of your Fix the Shit t-shirts and that support, this is what that does. Charlie said that it would go to regular people doing great things, and this is an example.
Well, Charlie is currently outside. Jordan is still in here. I think. Are you a little bit stunned? You can step back. Just go ahead and step up to the mic.
Let me talk to Jordan. I didn't know he was still there.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a laptop? Do you have, Ed and I are sitting here talking, to make sure that you have the opportunity to pursue your entrepreneurial plans. What else do you need?
So speaking of a laptop, I actually have borrowed a friend's laptop. So
okay.
That's something that I do need to work on.
So you need a laptop?
We'll take care of that.
Dude, come on. All right. He's being called outside now.
Okay. That's fine.
Charlie has him with him. They are outside. I think people can see that on Facebook.
Okay. Yep. There we go.
He's presenting the car to Jordan
now. That is pretty cool.
For those that can't see it, because it is a podcast, Jordan he's just beaming, man.
As he should. But Jordan is a great young man. I mean, and we had Charlie and I took him to lunch with some pretty high powered people, and it was so funny because he corrected one of the people at the table in the nicest manner. And, it was, we'll have to share who it was one day, but for that, he's always my hero.
There is one danger that comes with a car.
What?
Well, I mean, the ladies. I mean, you got a car, you can start picking up ladies. You can't. Jordan cannot.
That's why he has to have spending money. I'm going to make sure he has some pocket money, and he's got Joey in there.
I just don't want that to distract him from his goals. I
don't think it will. If you have a conversation with Jordan, you know that he's
okay. Hey, Gabby's, please. Hey, Jordan, there it is, bro. Look at that thing. You met my first friend, Chris Anderson? Yes. He donated you this car.
Cool.
Why'd you do that, Chris?
I remember reading about Jordan the first time you met him, just being so impressed, thinking this man has grit. And that's hard to find, And when you called me and asked if I'd be willing to donate some money to help Jordan get a car, I said, I think I can do a little bit better than that. And this is a little bit better than that. It's the stars kind of aligned. It's been sitting by my house because I've been working from home, and I thought this is something we can do that will really make a difference for you, and I hope you appreciate it as much as I've appreciated it. I don't think I'll ever love a car as much as this one. So it's a great car. It's the most comfortable car you'll ever ride in, and it's a classic. So
show him the motor. Do you know where the oil goes? Has anybody showed you how to change oil?
No.
I'm going to show you how to change oil. Here's how you're going to check the oil.
You don't need to change it. There are oil changing places for that.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Thang.
Everyone needs to know how to change oil, Karen.
He's from Detroit. He's a dude. You got to know how to change the oil.
Instant oil change. I'm going to give him a gift certificate. He doesn't need to do that.
Every man should know how to do that. Every man should know how to change a tire, too.
Okay, right here. See right here, dude? That's the dipstick. You wipe it clean, and it's going to sell full. Okay, right there. Going to go right in there.
Run the engine for a while. You can't just take it cold.
That's very, see, you hear what that said? Yes, run it for a while, see what, okay. Now, let's check the trunk, make sure we got the spare and stuff. So we teach you how to change a tire. You ever change a tire?
AAA.
Okay. Can you pop the trunk here, bro? Okay. All right, ready? Go ahead and open that. And you get the spare.
Complete with the mannequin.
We left the mannequin in there. We left the mannequin up in there, dude.
Any viewer of the show knows a mannequin is always in the trunk.
Hold this, dude. Let's get him out. Come on, man. Put him back in the knob where he belongs.
Mannequin Joe in the trunk again. That's how he rolls. I got to tell you too.
Don't drop him this time, please.
Mannequin's like 6'4". That's a hell of a lot of trunk space.
There's a couple bodies in there.
Don't drop him. Don't drop him.
Set him up. Just set his leg down. Set his leg down.
Ridiculous.
Oh, help me, man. This is a fucking mannequin. Damn corpse. Okay. Turn him that way. Put these on there.
Charlie is dressing the mannequin appropriately and positioning him for what I don't know. Oh, okay, back into regular mannequin mode.
All right. So you got your learner's permit, right?
Yes.
You take to do around the block?
Absolutely.
All right, man.
All right.
Good to see you, Holmes. Remember,
Jordan.
hey, Tom, Diane, thank you. Drew Lane, thank you. All the viewers, all the community. Today we do good for each other. Those don't fall apart. Come together. You voted, right? First vote.
First vote.
Right on.
It's on its way.
All right.
All right.
Try to love one another. Go ahead, guys. And watch you drive off, young man.
All right, let's go.
Watch you drive. Come on. Don't hit my mannequin.
Ever since I've been a kid, I had the backhead notion to get myself some wheels, put myself in motion. But since then,
You know,
I said
mannequin,
I'm
he's a student driver, dude. He might run
Better move.
We ain't gonna move. We're gonna see how good Jordan is. Oh, shit! Stop! Oh, I almost hit my mannequin.
He almost did it. He almost hit Mannequin Joe.
Almost took his knee out.
That'd be a whole nother show.
Right, sign a dotted line. I started to write. Paid for in bills. The tank is filled. Turn the key.
So I use my mannequin as a tripod. Hold that for me, mannequin.
There goes the big old Lincoln rolling down.
Down the line, cooler by the mayo. Fresh lala. Now whenever on the Benz porch road.
See you guys.
Love you. See you guys.
Hi.
Her name is Lala.
Bye.
She'll drive
Hi,
right by
Bill.
you. No flames on the
Bye.
side, but she's hotter than fire. Got more convenience than 7-Eleven. What year would you ask? 1967. A Buick Skylark. Hark, did I hear the Herald Angels sing? I was just the keys on my ring. Insert to the ignition. She's a blast from the past. And damn, she's kind of fast. Oh yeah. She's like metallic, maroon with white wall wheels and two carburetors, cause I dig how she feels. Bench seats with my baby next to me, wall-to-wall carpet most comfortably. A smooth engine, yo, I got to get going. When I blow my horn, she plays the whole damn song. I'll be motivating on down the line. Cooler by the mayo, fresh lala. A man's got a ride, I don't know about that, but I know I got mine. She's looking fresh wax, not a speck of dust, not a spots of rust, and I like us to say that she's much too much, cause brothers might get kinda jealous. But see, I protect my car, cause my car I lock her up like Pee-wee's bike. She got air shocks and popped up and absorbing lights underneath, so she floats you like morphine. Yeah, you know those blue joints, right? Yo, she got like every exit I can think of with a system to match a lot. See, cause I'm riding in style, cooler by the mayo. Fresh lala.